So into the charts we go, and check this out, guys. It played out picture perfect. Yesterday we talked about the time count, the bear flag, the downside target was that upsloping lowest blue line, and look at where price is currently sitting. And again, folks, it isn't magic, it isn't a crystal ball. This is literally probabilities based on chart patterns. And again, chart patterns, the reason you know what the likely move is because you go back and you look at these chart patterns, these same exact setups over thousands and thousands of trades and charts, and ultimately you see that, wow, 80% of the time, 70% of the time, this occurs. So that's really all I'm doing here, folks. And again, there's your bear flag, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on 7 it flushes, and it took us right down to that target level. Now, this is just short-term support. The question is, do we break this? If we break it, do we confirm? Right now, we're trading fractionally below, but by the end of the day, we could easily be back to or above. Now, if it closes below, we start watching for confirmation. Considering it's the weekend, I would generally think that it wouldn't confirm over the weekend, but then we have to watch what happens on Monday. Now, today's price action in crypto is very weak. And I think one of the keys to recognize here is it may be that Silvergate kind of lag effect where we are starting to see a little bit of concern coming in crypto because of it. Or, again, it could be something else. But ultimately, the stock market is having a robust rally today, which is very unusual to see crypto trading to the downside. So if we look at the S&P 500 here, look at this monster move, this green candle on the S&P 500. All right, so again, 2 up days on the S&P 500, and if you look at the crypto Bitcoin chart, you've basically gone down pretty significantly over those same 2 days. In addition, if we go to the US dollar, the dollar is down today, right? So again, dollar down, and again, look at how crypto isn't responding. Usually crypto would be up, instead it's selling off. And again, we had that dump out. So again, you are seeing a disconnect. My guess is it does have something to do with the Silvergate issue here. And again, just to bring up that chart of SI, we can see that 50+% decline yesterday, and basically a pause day today on the chart. It's up about 4%. But I think, again, there might be worries about contagion. All right, there's a lot of chatter about Mt. Gox and potential selling pressure from still Bitcoins that are there. There's a lot of different things kind of swirling around crypto. To me, frankly, it doesn't matter that much. All that matters is that basically we're at a point where we have the pattern in the chart and the dump out. All right, the pattern was bearish. You had the time count, which tells us approximately when that move should occur. It happened right on the 7th candle. All right, so in terms of Bitcoin, let's take a quick look here and see what we have. Bitcoin, again, attacking the lower level here. If this breaks, you'll have minor support at around 21,500 right here, a little bit more support around 20,600, but ultimately both of those are minor. The big level remains here at 18,100 to 200. That's going to be the big level to watch. So let's continue to monitor that and see how it trades out, but right now that's exactly what the doctor ordered in terms of our avalanche short, which we covered yesterday evening. And again, basically it was trading down here. I did take it off the table based on this support right down here. Does it mean it can't go down to here? Sure it can. But at some point, when you look at the fall that this has had from $21.60 all the way to basically 16 bucks, think about that, right? So it's fallen from 21 to 16, and it's in a straight line almost. So you have to start, and this is where the psychological analysis comes in terms of asking yourself, okay, is it greed that's trying to get more out of it? But then what's the risk reward? When it's fallen this much, yeah, you could make another $1 to $2 on it, but you're risking your 25% profit that we had booked already, that essentially we were in the money 25%. So for me, I said, you know what, yeah, could I make another 10% on it if it falls a little bit more? Sure. Or I could book that because, again, considering the fall, considering the support level, considering these factors, it puts you in a position to say, you know what, let's be smart about this. Let's pocket some money. There's nothing wrong with taking a profit. In fact, the saying in my office here is, you never go broke taking a profit. And that's true. Think about that. Ponder that. Do you ever go broke taking a profit? No. I mean, if it's a profit, it's a profit. It doesn't matter if it's $10 or if it's $1 million. A profit is a profit. You're not blowing up your account when you take that off the table. Okay. So that's what we have on Avalanche, guys. Would I be a buyer this weekend if we dumped out to 14? The answer is heck yeah, I would. For a technical bounce, for a swing trade, yes, I would. And remember, volatility, that's the name of the game. It's all about volatility. You give me volatility, I will give you profitable trades. All right, so taking a look at Solana, Solana did fall as well. It did tag 20, or it got close to 20, and then it bounced. I'm in the position where basically this is the last short with Ethereum that we have, so I'm okay holding for a little bit more. Remember when we had the first Avalanche trade and we had Matic, and we took off one, and then we took off the other one, and we slowly inched out as crypto was falling. Well, same thing with this Avalanche trade, this latest Avalanche trade. So we were down and nicely in the money, right? Being down in when you're short is actually a positive. It means you're making money on the short side. So we took it off the table. Now we can let the other two run a little bit further. And then when they dump out more, I'll probably take one of the last two off the table and let the last one run a little bit more. That's the way you do it. That's the way you not only pocket money, which offsets risk of losing, right? When you pocket $1,000, even if you get down on the $1,000 on your other trade, then you're okay. You're basically at break even. And then if that other trade continues to go in your favor, maybe you make $2,000, maybe you make $5,000, $10,000, whatever it may be. That's the cycle that you want to keep your brain functioning on. All right. So again, we'll see if we can break 20 maybe in next week. If we break 20, there'll be some support around 1660 right here. You see this little sideways consolidation, and then maybe even down to about 1470. Is there a chance that we have the cup and handle pattern? Yes, there is. There's a chance if this continues to hold in this range that at some point I may just take the money and run and say, you know what, the cup and handle is too bullish of a pattern. Maybe I want to play it safe and not risk that. All right, let's take a look at Ethereum here, see what we got on Ethereum. Look at where Ethereum's attacking, guys. Again, these lines were on the chart before, as you guys know, unless you're brand new today, these lines were on the chart from the last few days. Look at where we're trading. That's chart analysis 101. Beautiful stuff. All right, so that's where we stand right now. That's your technical level of support. If that breaks, this area right here around 1490 to 1500 becomes support. If that breaks, we're looking at around 1325. Remember, 1325 is a potential buy level based on the fact that there's two factors, two trend lines that align. We have this one and we have this. Now, this one's actually sloping up even a little bit more. So, again, we'll keep an eye on that. But basically, I would say at this point, I would want a pierce of this one and somewhere in this middle range to start an accumulation phase. And then, obviously, I would add at the lower end there around 1315, 1300 as well. All right. So that's what we have on that one. Let's take a look at Matic. We'll go through Cardano. We'll go through a few of these others. Take a look at the drop on Matic. That continues to go down. I am interested if we dump out a little bit more on Matic here, 102 to $1, and then obviously down here as well. I love the upsloping trend line, but I think if we went straight down here, let's say over the next few trading days into Monday or Tuesday, and we tagged here, I would be a buyer of Matic to start a position. Remember, I wouldn't put a lot in it. You start a position, and then you add right down here, and you will get a bounce. You know, I would say 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10 times right in this vicinity, you'll get a good technical bounce. All right, now let's take a look at Cardano and see what we got on Cardano. Cardano did actually dump out into this technical level of support. I wasn't ready to commit capital just yet. So again, considering what's going on with Silvergate and some other things, I'm not ready to buy Cardano just yet. If it does continue to dump out, yeah, there will be a point. I could see maybe around 29 to 30 cents, maybe especially if it got down here. There's a lot of good support right down in this 26, 27 cent range. But that's what I'm really looking at this point. And again, you know, we still have the Bitcoin long. That's fine. We can leave that be. That I'm pretty secure with. I don't really worry about that position, but we'll continue to monitor again if anything else bubbles up. All right, let's go to Polkadot here real quick and see what Polkadot has in store for us. Polkadot, beautiful flush, but look at where it came back to, right into that technical level. Again, for me, Polkadot, before I buy, probably this would be my first level, around $5.15. There's a level here as well at around $5.60, but as of now, I don't think I feel confident considering how close to that we got here, and then we got a bounce. Remember, when you get close to a level and bounce, it kind of hurts that level. So this level here, if we had hit it yesterday, would have been a no-brainer. Now that we've come close, we're getting kind of this bounce that takes a little bit away from this level. So I'm gonna kind of move towards buying down at this level if I'm going to take that in. All right. We can take a look quickly at Uniswap real quick. We can take a look at Ripple. Uniswap may be breaking here. Granted, it needs to confirm, but be very careful there. If it confirms, look for this area right down here. Huge level around $5.40 to $5.20. That would be a technical level of support as well. XRP, let's take a look. XRP flushed. It actually recovered relatively well. And again, to me, this is a chart that's just waiting for news. The one positive is, from this up move here to this sideways consolidation, it's almost slightly bullish. bullish, believe it or not. Now, not enough to get me in a trade. Listen, and by the way, I don't fault anyone for buying a little XRP on kind of a roll the dice gamble. The only thing is you just be honest with yourself that it's a gamble, right? And then therefore you're not going to put in a ton of money. Like think about whatever money you would take to the casino and you'd gamble with. You know, when you go to the casino, you really don't expect to win. I think we have to be honest with ourselves in that regard. And so really in this situation, same thing with XRP. You put that money in as a gamble. If you lose it, you lose it. Maybe you'll triple it. Maybe you'll quadruple it. You don't know. But that would be the way I would view the Ripple chart trade. For me, it's not a high percentage swing trade, so I'm not going to do it. But again, if you're honest with yourself about it's a gamble, then no problem. Do a little bit of money. Throw a little, a couple $100 at it or whatever's minor to you. Whatever where if you lost it, you wouldn't really care that much. That is the key right on that. All right, guys, I'm going to get going. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for being members. I will talk to you soon. Take care.